Okay, I just wanted to come today to share with you all some of the things that has been taking place. Well, just one of the main things that has been taking place in my life. Um, well, some of you may know that last year um, I went to Georgia to visit my sister who had a baby, and during that time, of course, I was able to be a big help to her and to do um, just what I normally do. It's just me. It's what I normally do. I go in and I help women after they deliver their babies, and I take care of them and do whatever may need to be done. And so, well, during that time that I had went, it was just, a long time with me and my sister, and my mom had went, and my youngest sister went, and I was able to just really be there as a support and to just, do what God has given me to do. And so we were happened to be talking just one time, and she was telling me, how much she appreciated, everything that I have done, that I was doing for her. And to me, it was just like normal just to do it because it was something that I had already done, had always done, excuse me. And so she just said, "Oh, well, that is called doula work." And I'm like, "Doula? What is a doula?" And so, and a doula is just a woman's servant, where she goes in and she gives non-medical um, support and referrals and resources to the postpartum family. And so for me, it was like an eye opener because it was something I had always done, even as a young girl. Just was there to help and there with being hands on, um, and just wanted to help. And so for me, for her to like introduce me to the professional part of it all, it was really exciting for me. So lo and behold, once I got back home, I started researching and finding out, what a doula was and how can I get professional training to see the professional part of this type of work or whatever. And so my journey began to where I started out my journey to become a postpartum doula. And there's actually two sides to being a doula. There's a birth doula who actually goes in and she works with the mother and the uh, prenatal family before the birth, and she actually is there with the family during the birth and just offer that extra support. As I said, once again, she's not offering any medical advice or anything like that, but she's just being a support system. But she is filled with tons of resources, so to let the family know that there are other options outside of everything that she may be experiencing. And so I knew for me that being a birth doula was just not for me because me personally, I know that I would become too emotionally attached. And our job as doulas is to work ourselves out of a job. I know it sounds crazy, but you're there to help. You're not there to be um, having the family be totally dependent upon you. You want them to be able to function as a family outside of you. And so that's our job, to work ourselves out of a job. And so with the postpartum part, I knew that it was for me because I like the aftermath of everything. They have delivered the baby, they have, had their experience in a hospital or the birthing center or whatever they are going to have. But then there's this new little person or persons that have come into their life, and if it's a first time mom or if it's a mom who's already experienced birth, each situation is different. So each situation you would go into with a different hat on, so to speak, because they may not need you to come in and to cook or to clean or to run errands, or they just may need someone there just to feel like they can do it. And so that for me is, I knew that was the part for me. And so in an effort to continue my education in this profession, last week, the week of the 6th, I went to Ann Arbor, Michigan to the Center for the Childbearing Year, and I did a hands-on training with a wonderful trainer named Patty Bremen, and she was so wonderful and inviting, and it was just what I needed to be able to see and to understand the professional part of this type of work that God has gifted me with. See, because for me, sometimes it's hard to not allow my emotions to override what I really need to do. And in this type of work, you have to be able to separate, not to be emotionless, but to separate your emotions from what is really needed, the family really needs from you. And I keep saying family because you have to understand it's not just the mother who is going through this process of the fourth trimester, as we call it, but it's the whole family. It can be a big change for the whole family at a whole, especially if there's other siblings, if there's extended family that lives in the household. There's so many aspects to this, but going to that class, it allowed me to see where I stand and to build on what God has already imparted in me, um, into doing this work. And so that for me was just like one of the best things that could have ever happened to me in my life. I was able to work with a ton of different women and to get their perspectives and to learn from them and to just build on what God has already imparted into me. So for me to be able to do that, it was just so wonderful, and it was just so natural. It was just so natural how everything flowed over that weekend. And if there's anyone out there who feel that they have a calling to women and to do this type of work, I would definitely suggest that you further look into it, because it is a wonderful life changing experience. And like I said before, it was something that I had already been doing, but I just needed, confirmation, from God that, this is where I need to be. And what was so funny, even before this experience, was that He had already given me things concerning a women's center, and to work with young mothers, just work with all different kind of mothers, but it was really focusing on teen moms and different stuff like that. And he had given me a name for the center, and just different ideas of what I can do to reach out to the women or whatever. And so right now I have been sort of in hiatus, where I'm like just trying to get everything together. Last Thursday I went and took my CPR class, adult CPR class, and so this Thursday I have to go and take the infant and child. And so it is a process to the whole thing. And I'm being certified through Dona International, which is a big company that certifies doulas all over the world. Excuse me. And so with that in mind, you haven't been hearing much from me, but it's not because I'm not focused or not processing or anything like that. It's just because, there's different stages to what I'm going through. And so right now, I'm just really trying to focus on continuing to get this certification. And so I also need to work with some mothers as a part of my certification. So if there's anybody who knows a family who may need this work, um, just let me know. Contact me, email me, do something. Contact me and let me know, because I'm willing and ready and willing to work with more than just three moms. But three moms is really what I need to go as a part of my certification. But I love doing this. This is definitely a part of the ministry that God has imparted into my life, and so I'm so excited, and I just love the idea of being able to help. And so, with that in mind, I think I probably just is going to end it right here. But I just wanted to give you guys an update of really what was going on and why you haven't really been hearing anything from me. It's just this past few weeks has been really busy. So just continue to pray for me and continue to hold me up. I thanks for all the encouragement that has been coming my way, all the support and everything. And so, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and close out and just thank you all for listening once again. And you all have a wonderful day.